Hi everyone, welcome to the Cape Flats Nature Reserve. This is a small urban nature reserve situated on the campus of the University of the Western Cape. We are 34 hectares, so it's not that big. It was established in 1977, the year after it was proclaimed as a national monument. The idea did not happen overnight. It actually started in the 1960s by a group of UWC academics. The nature reserve was initially established as a refuge for our endangered vegetation types. Being situated on a university, it is a wonderful resource for students to do their research right on their doorstep. We get the community involved by letting them know what is on their doorstep. They interact with the wildlife. We've got over 240 plants in the nature reserve. We've got 120 bird species. We've got reptiles and mammals. Even our largest cat, the caracal. It sounds amazing that the caracal is walking around in an urban area, but this little pocket of nature in an urban area is why we preserve these vegetation types. We've got two vegetation types along with our wetland. Wetlands are one of the most threatened vegetation types or areas in the world. We have signed a contract with Ramsar in South Africa to protect some of these areas because not all of them are protected. So having one on a private property of the University of the Western Cape, we're actually allowed to look after this, and it is one of the most pristine wetlands in Cape Town, and we aspire to keep it as such. I'm standing on the ecotone of the Cape Flats Nature Reserve. For such a small 34-hectare reserve, it's quite special to have two vegetation types. So we've got the endangered Cape Flats Dune Strandveld over here with the larger broad-leafed plants, and you can see an immediate change in the vegetation as it heads into our Cape Flats Sand Fynbos area. The transition area is usually more rich in species, so that is what we're hoping to find as we're looking after this area over here. Our endangered Cape Flats Dune Strandveld, there's only 46% left. It doesn't occur anywhere else in the world. So unfortunately, that is less than half left. The worst part is only 16% of it is formally being protected in nature reserves. So that is a large task for conservationists. A sadder story is for our Cape Flats Sand Fynbos. When I started working here 10 years ago, we had 16% left. That number has dropped in the last 10 years. We have 11% left, also occurs nowhere else in the world. A shocking 1% of it is being conserved. Therefore, this Cape Flats Nature Reserve is essential in protecting that part of 1%. We rely on our community to get involved in outreach greening. If they can all green their gardens with indigenous plants, we can provide a corridor for animals to move through and connect these little pockets of nature reserves.